China just did it again. 6 months after DeepSeek, we paid out billions in US tech value overnight. A Chinese startup you will probably never heard of just releases a free open source AI model that beat Anthropic's most advanced model on coding and agent benchmarks, and it sent US chip stock within hours. The model is called Kimi K3. It's 2.8 trillion parameters, the largest open weight AI models ever released. And by the time you finish this video, you're going to understand exactly why Silicon Valley, Wall Street, and even the White House are panicking about it right now. But here's the twist, nobody's telling you does it actually cloud Fable 5, Anthropic's current flagship, or this that's just clickbait. I am going to break down the real benchmarks, what this means for the US China AI race, and then hit you 16 more AI updates you need to know this week. Let's get into it. Kimi K3 comes from Moonshot AI, a Chinese startup founded back in 2023 by Yang Zilin, a Singapore graduate who used it to research at Google and Meta. And Moonshot story is actually a comeback story. Back in early 2025, when DeepSeek R1 model shocked the world, Moonshot got crushed. Their own Kimiki app, which used to rank third in China by monthly active users, fell all the way to 7th. So they have made bet go all in one open source Kimi K2. Kimi K2 comes out in July 2025. K2.5 followed in January 2026, and now on July 16, 2026, they dropped K3 and it's on a completely different level. We are taking 2.8 trillion parameters for context. That's more than double the size of most flagship model from OpenAI or Anthropic, and it's completely open weight, meaning any developers anywhere in the world can't download it, run it on their own servers, and customize it however they want. No subscription, no API fees, no sending your data to US company. Within hours of release, Kimi K3 hit the number one spot on Arena, the most widely watched AI coding leaderboard. The first time ever a Chinese model has taken that top spot. Okay, here's where we need to slow down because the headline are doing a lot of heavy lifting. According to Moonshot, own released data, Kimi K3 beat Cloud Opus 4.8 and GPT 5.5 on survival benchmarks, including coding and general agent tasks. Thus, are serious capable models beating them is a real achievement. But and this is the part most thumbnails skip it. Moonshot itself admitted that Kimi K3 trials Cloud Fable 5 and OpenAI GPT 5.6 all on overall performance. Fable 5 is currently Anthropic most advanced widely available model. So the honest headline isn't Kimi K3 beats Cloud Fable 5. It's Kimi K3 has entered Fable level territory for free as open source. And honestly, that's the scary story for US AI companies. Analysts weren't expecting a Chinese lab to get this close the frontier until early 2027. Kimi K3 just did is 6 months ahead of schedule. There's also a controversy brewing underneath all this. Anthropic has publicly accused three Chinese labs, DeepSeek, Minimax, and Moonshot, of running over 24,000 fraudulent accounts to extract cloud output at scale. A technique called it essential training their models by learning from cloud answer. Moonshot has directly addressed the accusation. Manuel OpenAI owns head of strategic futures. Dean Ball has publicly said has doesn't think Kimiki's performance can be explained by distillation alone. That the engineering is genuinely impressive on its own merits. So take your picks. Either way, the gap between US and Chinese frontier AI is closing faster than almost anyone predict. This is just a tech story. It's a money story. Within a day of Kimi K3 release, US chipmaker stock took a real hit. The logic is simple. If a Chinese lab can build a model this powerful for free running on cheaper infrastructure, then the entire bet that America needs hundreds of billions of dollars in a new AI infrastructure, GPUs, data centers, power plants start to look shakier. Who runs the arena leaderboard? Said this put a reckoning in the capital markets because businesses might now prefer free customizable Chinese models over paid Americans one that required handle over your data. It's giving major DeepSeek deja vu. Remember January 2025? DeepSeek's R1 wiped out hundreds of billions in US tech value in a single trading session. Kimi K3 is being called round 2 of that same shock, and this is happening at a sensitive moment just weeks before Kimi K3 dropped. Anthropic's own Fable 5 and Mythos model has been temporarily pulled from global access after the US Department of Commerce imposed export controls. Reportedly, after security researchers found ways to jailbreak Fable Guardians, thus controls were lifted June 30. and Fable 5 come back online July 1st. So the US just spent 19 days locking down its own top model over security concern and come back online right as China alternative out of almost overnight. That's the big story. But it was the only thing that happened in AI this week. Here are 16 more updates rapid fire so you are fully caught up. And 16 AI updates. Number 1. Zombie quickly dominating open source usage. New open router data shows Zombie alone processor 4.2 trillion tokens a week at 20% market share ahead of OpenAI. Number 2. DeepSeek valuation just hit $52 billion, cementing it as one of the most valuable AI startup on the planet. US or Chinese. Number 3. Gemini 3 Pro is still stuck in limited preview. Google has now missed two self-imposed release deadline and still has published benchmarks or pricing. Number 4. OpenAI unveiled GPT Live, a new full duplex voice AI that can listen, speak, and reason at the same time with live translation built in. Number 5. Google launched the Africa Applied AI Lab in Accra, giving African researchers and founders early access to Google AI tools and direct technical support. Number 6. GPT Image 2 and Alpe 2.0 are changing video editing. Creators can now edit on reference image and have the changes automatically propagate across an entire video. Number 7. The EU now requires drive distraction detection in every newly registered car using gaze and head tracking AI as of July 7th. Number 8. Google made personalized Gemini image generator free for US users, pulling from your connected Google service to generate content. Number 10. China's new AI companies law is forcing shutdowns. It's affecting agent futures for over 345 million users, one of China's biggest AI apps. Number 11. Tesla Robotics is now running without safety monitor in fifth US city, expanding its unsupervised rollout. Number 12. Mello Venture just raised the largest fund in its 50-year history, driven largely by the returns on a single bet Anthropic. Number 13. The White House is closing in on voluntary AI safety standards with an announcement expected around August 1st for how Frontier Labs should hand model releases. Number 14. Anthropic is shifting its relationship with US government, moving from a company that pushed back against fatal AI risk designation to one actively integrating into government security infrastructure. Number 15. LinkedIn released new guidance for getting content cited by AI search tools. Shorted keyword first posts are now being optimized specially for AI. Visibility now are just human reader. Number 16. Colossus 2. The massive AI data center project now has over $80 billion in committed revenue from Anthropic, Google, Cursor, and Reflection AI 2029, showing just how concentrated AI infrastructure spending has become. So here where things stand, China isn't just catching up anymore with Kimi K3. They are operating in the same tier as the best model in the world for free open source, no string attached. Whether that's a win for developers everywhere a genuine national security concern depend on who you're asked. But one thing for sure, the AI rate just got a lot more interesting.